not to like sing along to it. Like, the Commodore and I used to do that all the time. We just thought it's hard because the music's so catchy. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, I made a promise. Let's do this first because I did make a promise that I was going to do this.
You did make a promise.
We're not going to do an intro. Then we were going to do an intro. Then we've already done an intro. We said we weren't going to do, but we also have to do another intro that we made a promise to do, and it goes like this. True.
I'm ready.
You got to take a breath.
You can't even do it.
Ba 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 ba. And that's where we're going to pick up the conversation. Good evening, Michelle Huss. How are you tonight?
I'm doing fantastic.
It's good to see everybody. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are here on the multi-platforms. We have some competitors in the house tonight in the green room in the back. Now, normally when we have guests step in, they have requirements. They want bottled water. They want HBO or Disney Plus. Sometimes they want the M&Ms. The classic thing is the green M&Ms. Like, I only take green M&Ms. Obviously. All their requests were meatloaf based, which was very interesting. They were all meatloaf requests for designs and necessities in the green room. The kind of sternos that were necessary, the ingredients. They're all making meatloaf back there. They're getting meatloaf crazy. I'm super, super excited. Getting meatloaf crazy in the green room. You guys aren't going to see any of that tonight because it's in the green room and happens in secret, okay? It's for preparation on Friday now.
Green room is only for special people.
Only for special people. That is true. We're not even in there.
I know. We don't get to be in there.
Wait a minute. Damn, we're not even in there.
No.
That just became a real thing. Damn. Tyler Garrettson is en route right now. He is fighting a meatloaf monster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's fighting a meatloaf monster right now. It's one of the Warhammer 30K things that he's playing. It's a specific level 120. I have no idea.
Gotcha.
But he has to defeat the meatloaf monster. Then he's going to be able to join us for the show. But tonight we're talking with Joni Rodriguez. We're talking with the Wrangler himself, Jerome Schrock. Who, now I will say this, in another competition, not related to KitchenKillaz, he entered a chili competition and he won. He won, hands down.
I remember that.
So he's already bringing a winning mindset.
Yes.
To Friday night show, which I'm really excited for. This is the second annual one. This was all Tyler Garrettson's idea over a year ago. Right. He goes, what do you think about meatloaf? And I go, I love meatloaf. He goes, we should do a meatloaf show. And I was like, bro, let's do a meatloaf show. We brought it up, and some people were like, I make a great meatloaf. And I go, is that 2 meatloafs? It was like, well, so this is the second annual Meatloaf Mayhem mashup.
Yep.
And joining us, not only are we going to have Jerome Schrock joining us, a champion in another universe for chili. We have Joni Rodriguez, which everybody knows Joni. Everybody loves Joni Rodriguez. Stop it. And then we have Chef Dane, who he was the champion last year. He won.
That's right.
He's defending his meatloaf trophy.
He is defending
Friday
that
night.
Trophy.
Friday night is defending his meatloaf trophy. Now, not only are we going to have some meatloafs, but we're also going to have...
He's got to try to defend his title a couple of times the next couple of months.
Yeah, well, Dane, that's what happens when you win. When you win and you take first place, there's only one way down, and everybody is coming after you.
Yep.
And I think Dane is ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
I think he's bringing it on. They've all sneakily given me a little idea. I don't vote. I don't test. I don't do anything. But they have all given me, hey, Billy, I got this little... And I'm like, bro, it's going to be so good. Tyler Garrettson is fighting a meatloaf monster right now. But not only are we going to have some meatloafs, Chef Michael O'Brien from Corner Cafe is going to be in the house as well, providing the ultra whipped potato bar. Ultra whipped potato bar. An ultra whipped potato bar. What's up, Kyle Nunez, Mama Floyd in the house, Nori Baird? Hello. We're jumping the pond.
Yes, we are.
Chef Michael O'Brien, ultra whipped potato bar, which is like
ultra whipped martini potato bar.
That's right. There's a martini in there. That's right.
The
martini glasses with the ultra whipped mashed potatoes, and then all the selections of all the sides that you can like imagine to put in. It's like a taco bar, but with mashed potatoes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, and that pairs perfectly with meatloaf.
Obviously.
Which I'm super excited for. So it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a good crowd coming in, and 4 different meatloafs, which I'm really excited. I'm stoked. I will say this: some people are sticking with tried and true. Some people are trying some brand new stuff. I'm excited for all of it. Oh, here we go.
Floyd's
I make the best meatloaf. At least that's what I've been told. I will say this: her meatloaf is my go-to. Like this is what meatloaf should taste like. Because as a kid, when you have your mom's meatloaf, that's how it works.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, this is my base for meatloaf.
Yep.
This is the base. This is where it will always be. And I could taste it right now if I think about it, and it is magical, and it is delicious.
I like my mom's meatloaf better than my dad's meatloaf.
Oh, do they know that?
I don't know.
They do now. Holy smokes! So that's so we got some good people in the house tonight. And again, Tyler is fighting a meatloaf monster. Let me see. He just sent me a snapshot. I said I had to see if I see the shot itself, if I can show it. Oh, I can't show that. I can't show that. Listen, you don't want to see what goes down during a meatloaf monster heist fight.
Heist fight?
Swords. I don't know what he's using.
Swords?
Maybe a lightsaber? I don't know.
Oh.
How awesome would it be to cut meatloaf with a lightsaber? Like a hot knife through butter? How about a lightsaber through meatloaf? I'm just saying, that's brilliant. The next time that something's really, really easy, I'm not going to say, oh, it goes through it like a hot knife through butter. No, it's going to be like a lightsaber through meatloaf.
Lightsaber through meatloaf.
I want to put that image in people's minds and for a moment have them go, what?
That's exactly what they're going to do. What? Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
I do want to bring in the folks. They're here. They're all here except for Tyler. He's still fighting a meatloaf monster. But we're just going to bring everybody in. So what's up, everybody? How are you guys tonight?
Hello.
What's up, everybody? How are you guys tonight?
Hello. Who said that? Was that Jerome? Jerome's the only one who got it right. That was fantastic. Everybody else did say hello, but he actually said the thing that I said, and I didn't even realize I said it till he said I said it, and I did. But it's good to see you guys tonight. Chef Dane in the house, the returning champion. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
He looks like Dr. Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park when Jeff Goldblum is leaning down with the unbuttoned black shirt. Like that's the vibe I'm getting from Chef Dane right now. You know, I feel like he needs to put the camera a little further back and have a button-up. Sarah, listen, give this man a button-up black shirt. He's our Dr. Ian Malcolm. Chef Dane, question for you: returning champion last year. Congratulations. You have the trophy. You have the meatloaf trophy, from my understanding. Oh snap, dude! It's right there on his bedside. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
It's
So,
in the living room.
So for Friday, what are you thinking? You don't have to give us too much. Are you bringing tried and true? You trying some new stuff? Are you switching some stuff up? Are you bringing back the reigning champion?
Oh, we're switching it all up.
Okay.
Nice.
All new everything.
All
New
right.
flavor profile. New heat levels.
Oh, new heat levels.
Something Something I think it'll pair really nicely. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
What would say if you're able to share nothing too crazy, but what is one of the new ingredients that you're adding to it that you think is kind of going to be a nice little catalytic game changer for you?
I will, like last year, I always have to pair a meatloaf with some kind of side.
Okay.
Has to go with some. So last year I did a tarragon infused roasted garlic mashed potatoes.
Okay.
This year I'm gonna pair it. Let's see.
Cheddar baby. Sorry, I just said cheddar.
I think I'm gonna keep that one close to the vest. My heat level. We'll say this. My heat level this year is gonna come from some serranos and jalapenos.
Oh, you're talking some that's some solid heat right there, dude.
That is some solid heat.
I like that. That's
Look
going to
at
be
Jerome stroking his beard as he says this. He's got some thoughts going on.
I know, right? That's what I thought. That's what I thought tonight would do, because everybody's going to already bring in a recipe, but some of these conversations may inspire a recipe.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Or they may stick to what they got, what they're ready to rock and roll. Jerome Schrock, how you doing, my dude? What are you up to, man? How's your night? He looks like he's in the back of a club.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
What would the name of Jerome?
VIP.
If Jerome owned a club, I wonder what it would be called. What would Jerome Schrock call his nightclub? Because he kind of looks like a guy that would own a nightclub.
Do you actually want to know what I would name my bar, club, or restaurant?
Your club. You look like you're in the back of a.
If I could, which I would, because I got ideas, it would just be called The Club.
The club. I love it.
So people would be like, "Where are you going?" "Oh, I'm heading up to the club." And everybody would know you're going to the club.
Going to see Jerome. I think of a club sandwich immediately, and I love club sandwiches.
We could serve those.
Get the club at the club?
At
Bro.
the bar. I got ideas.
I wonder if Chef Dane would be down to create a club sandwich for the club. You know, the club at the club. You know, by chef, published author Chef Dane. You know,
Could be done.
Bam. We need to get a Michelin star for a club for him, for the club. It's good. So let's talk about your meatloaf Mr. Jerome. Now, you rock the chili contest, dude. I'm excited about the meatloaf contest. And you're coming in with a very cool confidence. You just seem really like you're just nice and easy and you're ready to go, and you know you're going to bring a winner, dude. What gives you that edge, that feeling of confidence that you carry with you so naturally?
It's me.
Man, these guys are great interviewers. They really go deep into the questions.
I don't really have. No, I'm playing. No, I mean, if you remember when the whole chili thing happened and how boisterous I was about how I was going to win, I was going to take them down, blah blah blah. And again, it's always fun to talk smack. I love it. It's all part of the game. And in that, I was surprised I won because of some of the stuff I heard while I was walking around about how the heat level was or whatever. But the win did make me feel good. So that is a confidence builder. Now, as far as the meatloaf, I don't have a plan. However, Chef Dane, thank you. You have inspired me to proceed with the piece of the plan that I had, and now I can put it all together and actually make a meatloaf. So yes,
right on.
I now I have a plan. I think it'll be. It's something I never made, but it should be good.
That's one of my favorite things about Chef Dane is he gets people to push themselves. True. You know, because it's like, man, Chef Dane's in this bad boy. Like, I'm gonna have to bring my absolute best. Like, I'm gonna have to bring my game. You know, and I like how Jerome's still in like receive mode. He's still like, oh, great idea. Maybe this, and then this conversation is gonna. That's why the beard stroke.
Yep.
Hence the beard stroke. He was like, yes, I understand what's going on now. Fantastic. Yes, very good. In the back of his club.
Before we started, I said I had a question.
Before we started,
I have that question.
Yeah. Well, now you have an answer. I like that.
Well,
because that's what Dane does.
Piece was, what are we doing here? And now I know what we're doing here. So
yeah, that's what we're doing
now.
Here.
I can play.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Those are two recipes I'm already excited for. And I will say, you know, Jerome hasn't chatted with me a lot about his recipe. As you know, he didn't know.
He's still thinking about it.
Dane shared a little bit of his with me previously. Fantastic.
Nice.
Joni Rodriguez a little as well. Which Joni Rodriguez is her recipe is actually really interesting. Great culture, great history to it. Joni, how are you tonight? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. How's the house? How's the squirrel? When she said Charlie before, how old is Charlie now?
I think she's like 5 or 6 months now.
So she rescued a little baby squirrel outside. It lost its mom and dad, and she rescued it, and she lets it roam into the wild every single day. And Charlie comes home at night. A couple nights she stayed out. She gave Joni a little scare. She was like, "Oh my God, yo, bro, I need you a little squirrel cell phone." I'm like, "Where you at, bro?" You know, get a little necklace with a little GPS, so you know you can see what's going on. It's like, "Yo, do I need to talk to the other squirrel parents around here?" Charlie's got a what is it called? A curfew. Curfew.
Yeah, the curfew.
You gotta come home. You know, I will say this, and we had this conversation the other day. Charlie lives in the lap of luxury. You know, Charlie's a squirrel. How many squirrels live in a beautiful place where Joni is being fed fresh mango? You know, like
avocado. She loves avocado.
I imagine Charlie's talking to the other squirrels. Charlie goes to their houses and like, "Yo, where's your avocado?
Right?
Where's your mango? Where's your flat screen?" Yeah, where's the
squirrel?
Where's the pistachios? Where's the squirrel Wi-Fi? Like, what's going on here? Like, whoa, you guys got to come to my house. I told Joni, I said, one day Charlie's going to show up with friends.
Right.
There's going to be like 3 of them all hanging out. She's going to walk in there. She's going to be having a party using the music that they heard at the club. Jerome Shock's Squirrel Club. So, Joni Rodriguez, let's talk about your meatloaf. Now, walk me through it, because this is a recipe that kind of hails from another area, and you're working with it, you're twisting it a little bit. Walk me through it. What's going on here?
It's a recipe that my aunt made years ago. She still makes it, but I haven't had it since I was a kid. And, you know, as kids, we were very, very picky eaters. So if she made something specific for my parents, she knew that we weren't going to eat it, so she'd make us this meatloaf. It's a Cuban style meatloaf, and it's fried. That's all I'm going to say.
It's Cuban style meatloaf, and it's fried.
All right.
Yes.
I'm super excited.
All right.
We had a beer stroker, which was good because we got him thinking. We got Dane popping in with some peppers, doing some pepper popping. You know, a little Papadopoulos.
I was also thinking about doing a side as well. Very different.
Do a side. Yeah, we're gonna have Chef Michael's gonna be here with some
whipped martini potato bar.
Ultra whipped martini potato bar.
Yeah.
Mashed potato bar.
I don't think it's.
It's so many words. It's so many words. So he's gonna have all that. Chef Dane, what sides are you rocking on Friday night?
I'm thinking about a cheddar polenta.
Oh, I love polenta.
I've never had polenta.
Maybe a little goat cheese involved in there, and whip that together, and that'll be be able to cool down a little of that heat, a little creaminess.
Okay, nice, dude. Right. That's killer. That's going to be fantastic. That's going to be really good. What were you thinking, Joni Rodriguez? Did you have a side in mind, or are you just kind of contemplating and still kind of brainstorming?
No, it's a side that I also grew up with. It's actually like the family of the yuca, so it's malanga. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's a family to the potato, so you can actually make it mashed. So it's going to be puré de malanga. So it's a mashed malanga.
I like all that. That sounds fancy.
It does sound fancy.
That sounds very fancy.
It's different. And,
we have international food on the show, ladies and gentlemen. How fantastic is that? I got the malanga part. What was the first part?
Puré. So puré is like mashed or like a puree.
Puree?
Yeah.
Puré malanga.
Puré malanga.
Puré malanga. I'll get better at it. I'll get better at it. Easy. Not too much. Calm down. I can only take one small lesson, one Spanish lesson a day. It's weird muscles in my mouth. It's weird. It's different sounds.
Because you don't use them that often.
Not those. So they're different. So just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I'm super stoked for Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've never had fried meatloaf before, number one.
No.
I've never had meatloaf with the type of peppers that Dane was talking about. What was it? Serranos and jalapenos? Is that what you were?
Serranos and jalapenos.
And then I've never had a meatloaf made by a club owner. Ever. This will be my very first.
I've never had the club's meatloaf.
I've never had the meatloaf at the club. I'm excited. So the owner of the club is actually bringing the recipe from the menu at the club of its meatloaf, which I'm excited. You guys can go to the club in Orlando. You can go to theclub.com/Orlando right now. We're working on the .com. We're working on it, but you can go there right now. Jerome's actually there. He's hanging out. It's before the night starts because it's only 7:23 at the club.
Yep.
They have a little luncheon thing that they do with the ladies in the salad bar, which is nice, but then they shut down and they take a couple hours and they prep for the evening.
Yeah.
So right now they're
chilling in the back.
Yeah, he's just chilling in the back. Listen, he's a leader. It's like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs doesn't play the instrument; he plays the orchestra. And Jerome's just that's it. This is our present day club owning Steve Jobs. That's kind of how I feel. He looks a little Jeff Bezos-ish and Dr. Evil also, but he's got a great beard.
Yes.
Also like a little kingpin, a little lumberjack. Little lumberjack.
A little bit of all of it.
I've never had lumberjack meatloaf. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good time. Club owning lumberjack meatloaf.
Wow.
I'm excited for that. The fried meatloaf is gonna be good. Dane's whipping up some sides as well. I'm excited for the puré malanga. How was that?
You gotta put the de in the middle.
Damn.
Puré de malanga.
Puré de malanga.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get better at it.
You got it.
I will. That's going to be fantastic. And then Chef Michael. Chef Michael from Corner Cafe in Sanford, he's had his place for a long time, and he's got a robust menu, man. It's fantastic. So if this guy's putting all of his love and attention into just mashed potatoes, they're going to be fire.
Yes.
Fantastic. Ultra whipped martini mashed potato bar. No, potato bar. No mashed. I think you're right. Ultra whipped martini potato bar. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to have some good stuff on Friday night. I'm excited. I'm excited to see who's going to take home the winter chicken dinner, meatloaf dinner.
I'm excited too.
Oh yeah, and I think it's going to go super smooth.
Last year it was so close.
Oh my God, one point.
I do have to make sure I print out more voting tablets.
Yeah. Papers. I think last year it worked really well. It came down to one vote. I think they had to match it up because the total was tied.
Yeah, they had to
go to taste.
Just by taste.
They had to go by taste alone. Which was fascinating. That's a great challenge. That's really good. And it was Chef Dane that won by 1 point and beat Tyler Gerritsen.
Yep.
And Tyler, he just has a passion for food, man. Tyler loves to cook. He makes some chocolate chip cookies. He makes some meatloaf, and he's always tweaking. He's always working on it. But man, I was super happy that Tyler was up there and he was competing. I wouldn't have been sad to see him take it. Because Dane would come back this year vicious, man.
Right, ready.
Ready to go. The only thing he even cared about.
Need to cover the question with Chef Dane. Are you using turkey this time? Because that was a big deal last year.
What kind of proteins are we talking about, my guy?
I'm gonna do 80-20 ground chuck.
Oh, okay, nice, dude. So he's going ground chuck. I like
right.
it. Now, last year, what did you use? Did you do all turkey? Did you do a combination?
It was a combination of turkey and some mild Italian sausage.
Oh, bro, love sausage too. That's fantastic. Nice, dude. And I like the fact that you're switching up the recipe after winning last year. You're not going to be like, oh, I won last year. Like, I'm going to come back with the same recipe because, don't fix what's broken.
Thing. You gotta try something new.
And I forget who I'm talking to. It's Dane. Dane's like, don't give me a reason to make a brand new meatloaf recipe. Cookbook number 2, baby.
Put me in a kitchen.
Don't.
Threaten me with a good time.
And Joni's frying her meatloaf.
Which is going to be fantastic.
That's awesome, man. I think that's going to be really good. I mean, you already have me at fried.
Right.
I'll try it. And I already like meatloaf.
Anything
So what kind of proteins are you using, Joni? Are you going with ground beef? Are you going with turkey? Are you going with a combination? Doing a little goat? Maybe some squirrel? I don't know.
No squirrel.
I'm just kidding.
Aw.
Because I know Nate likes squirrels, so no.
We all love squirrels. They're cute and fluffy.
Nate likes to eat them if he's on here.
They're rats with better PR.
Yeah. Well, Nate's a different cat. He's cut from a different cloth. He reminds me of Daryl from The Walking Dead, like walking around with a crossbow, like thunk. There's an opossum walking across the street. Thunk. Now we got dinner, baby. Let's rock and roll. I guarantee you that opossum would be fantastic.
Oh yeah,
fantastic. So what kind of protein are we using on Friday night, Joni?
It's going to be a combination of beef and pork and deviled ham.
Deviled ham. Oh, look at the eyebrow. Did you see Jerome's eyebrow? His eyebrow almost went through the top of his screen.
Oh, wow.
Like that eyebrow came up so high. Like I can hit you with a pretty high eyebrow, but man, it almost popped off the top of the screen. I thought it was going to pop and knock my root beer over. That would have been terrible.
That would have been hilarious.
I mean, it would have been funny. That would have been terrible, though. I don't want to drop my root beer. I would like to see an eyebrow pop that high, and that would just be cool technologically. Like, how did that even happen? That's super cool. Deviled ham.
Deviled ham.
Okay. So pork, ground beef, and deviled ham. Okay.
Those little pans that you see at the store near the Spam in the canned meat aisle?
I'm trying to think. Not really, but I'll have to pay attention because Publix always got good BOGOs, and we're a Publix. We're shopping as a pleasure.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag Publix. Where are you at? What's up, dude? Listen, we're the KitchenKillaz from Orlando, Florida. We can give you guys a hand. We can bring a little attention to Publix. Not many people know who Publix are. We can help.
Oh,
they're fantastic.
Yes,
they're fantastic. This is the big dog helping the little dog. Cause I was a little dog once. I was a little dog once. Publix is okay, baby doll. Don't even sweat it. We will help you. Hashtag Publix, where you at? That'd be awesome to get Publix to sponsor the meatloaf competition.
That would be fantastic.
Man, when you're a kid and you're a young lad, you don't think about the political landscape of such a professional arrangement. Because it's just us and Publix shaking hands and being buddies. Yep. But then the older you get and the more you get into the industry, you're like, there's a whole political aspect to it. Just a massive political aspect to it. So that's so man, I would still like a sponsorship from Publix, just saying. It's but I like that. I like
figure out how to do it.
We got to figure out how to do it. You just got to connect the things.
Connect it.
I'm excited for the trio of proteins from Joni, the 80-20 that Dane is bringing in, and Jerome doesn't even know what he's doing yet. Do you know what you're doing for your proteins, Jerome? I made that up. I don't even know if that's true.
It will 100% have meat in it.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Check. That's good. That's good. It's a good start.
At ground beef, at least ground beef, I don't know if there's going to be any additional protein based on the other things that are rattling around inside the dome.
Yes, I agree. I'm excited to see what comes out of the rattle.
The rattling.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be good. He's like, so there's definitely going to be meat in it, and it's going to be loafy. That's what I know. It's going to be loafing around. Just very, very lazy loaf. Matt Pfeiffer has a good question. Chef Dane, is that a Bourdain painting behind you? It looks like a Bourdain painting. He has a Bourdain painting, and then he has a 11 by 17 of the cover of the KitchenKillaz book featuring Chef Dane Brevoort, Feeding Curiosity. This was like a combination. Dane, I'm side note, I'm really glad that we were able to work in like the part you wanted to work in for the titling, like the rest of the appetite for instruction. It's fantastic, bro. I'm glad we got to work that in, man. I was really happy. I've never titled a book before, so I was like, let me do research. How do you title books? What do you call the book?
What do you call the book?
Because different books for the different ways that are published in different kinds for different cookbooks, they all have like this kind of like framework that they follow. And depending on what kind of book it is or how long it is or how many pages it is, how many chapters, if it's a series, they all have like names that require different numbers of words, which I didn't know any of that.
I didn't know that.
I had no clue. So when we first started to pitch it, it was actually recommended that we define the title. So we liked the title, but then it just really worked out. And I reached out to Dan. I go, I think we're going to be able to do it, man.
Nice.
Like hit me with your saying. And he was like, okay, here we go.
Jerome has a question.
Just work this in.
I have a question.
What's up, Jerome Schrock?
I have a question for Chef Dane.
What's up?
How long had you been holding on to that title? Because that was when I read that, I was like, oh, that's perfect.
It was something I was kicking around while I was coming up with the recipes, and Billy and I had sat down and kind of talked about what direction we wanted to go into with. Then we started kicking around ideas, and I was like, I really like this hook though, because I'm a culinary instructor, and then 20 years before that, in the industry, so.
I just love the Guns N' Roses vibe. Which I was like, I had to explain it to somebody because they didn't understand what it was. I explained it, and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, well." But it was great. I just thought maybe you heard that song, you became a chef, and then you're like, "Oh, dude, one day."
Oh no, I love GNR.
Like 30 years ago, you're like, "Yes, I get to use my."
I like Jerome. I like Jerome's the kind of guy that'll keep that. He'll keep that piece of rope. He'll have a piece of rope, and he won't need it anymore. To be like, you know what? One day I'm going to use this rope. And 25 years later, he gets to a party. He's like, I need an 11-inch rope that's 1.5 inches thick. I got it. And like he goes and he's like, yes. It's that day. It's that day. But yeah, Dane's a musician as well. He's spent his time rocking the stages, bro. Throwing up the horns, rocking bass, I believe, right, Dane?
Many years ago.
Playing bass?
Playing bass on the little drums, yeah.
That low end, baby, that chug, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
I love it, man. It's absolutely fantastic. So a little GNR, little appetite for destruction / destruction gone, instruction in, since he's a culinary professional.
Right.
I don't know when we all became adults and professionals. I'm not going to talk about it much anymore, but I am having fun being able to be an adult.
It's not real.
Did that happen?
Maybe an adult, but not grown up.
Yeah, totally different thing. I'll always be a Toys R Us kid, but the fact that we can the fact that we can get together and we can have a Meatloaf Mayhem mashup on a Friday night with 4 different meatloaves and a bunch of people coming in singing music and just tossing delicious sides everywhere, we can only do because we're adults. If I was 12 and I was like, Mom. Actually, no. Mama Floyd's a rock star. She might do it.
You're right. Mama Floyd probably would.
She actually might do it. They used to throw parties. My mom and my dad. Oh man, they threw some bangers, bro. They threw some bangers. It was awesome. Then my mom, they threw a big New Year's party, a big Halloween party. When I was like a little kid, and we lived in Baltimore. The whole house would be packed. I'm just a little kid running around with the other little kids, just doing stupid shit. It was so much fun. Throwing a banger, baby. Mama Floyd says, "You hit that on the head, chef." Which one? Which part? Which part did you hit on the head? All the parts? The title? Maybe the title.
Maybe the title.
We're going to go with the title. Nathan Druin, there he is right there. So Nathan is the creator. Chef Dane, just because a shameless plug, you won last year, right? Did you receive some type of trophy to make sure you can sit upon Mount Olympus and show it to the people? Look at this.
It's a mini meatloaf.
We got a little kid. What's on the other side? I saw it for a second. We got a little. There we go. We got a little shark crafted.
Yep.
We got a little shark crafted. Nathan Druin in the house. He is the creator. There he is, right there. I'm late as normal, but you're here, baby. He is the creator of the Meatloaf Mayhem mashup first year trophy. First year trophy. So and Chef Dane has it proudly. He's gonna be showing up on Friday night. He may take another one home.
He might.
I have no idea. He's got. I think he's got another trophy back there. Is that Coquito trophy? Is that what that other trophy is?
That's Coquito, yeah.
That's Coquito, bro. Dane's running out of room. He's running out of room, being an adult but still a kid. That's it.
I'll help him. It's fine. I'll help him out.
That's it. That's right. Jerome's like, no problem, dude. I'm excited because we have a chili champion coming in against an established meatloaf champion.
Yep.
And then swooping in from the sides like a velociraptor, you have Joni coming in with fried meatloaf. What? Like, that's nobody's even expecting. Like, no, I wasn't expecting that at all. Now I'm like super excited. You know,
right?
It's going to be very interesting.
Man,
it's
ready for some meatloaf.
Oh man, Nathan will have to build build Chef a trophy shelf. That is true. Yeah. Nathan's going to build a shelf for his own trophies.
For someone else to display them. It's going to just make trophies for Dane to display.
That's it. I made the trophy and the shelf that goes along with it. So it's like, not only do you win the trophy, but you get a little tiny cute shelf too. Like that'd be awesome. If Dane wins again, that's going to be 3. I think that may warrant a small shelf.
That is true.
That may warrant a small shelf. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the etiquette. I don't know the trophy shelf etiquette.
I don't know the trophy shelf etiquette.
I don't know if there's like a trophy to shelf ratio. Like, is it a 3-to-1 ratio? 3 trophies to 1 shelf? Is it 4-to-1 ratio? Like, I like 3-to-1. 3 works.
1 works.
You know, it's a trilogy. 3 strikes, you're out. 1, 2, 3.
You got 1 the top.
All that good stuff.
2 corners.
Who is that? Is that a puppy?
It's Mila.
Hello, Mila. Oh. Hi, Mila. This is everybody. Everybody, that's Mila. Say hi, Mila. Hi, Mila. She's so cute. Aw, look at Mila. She looks very aerodynamic. How old is Mila?
She is, I think, 14, 15. She's a rescue. And yeah, she's only 8 pounds, which is nice.
14 or 15. Yeah. Wowzers. Wowzer. Well, she's like, she still seems spunky. She still seems good to go. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, man, that's okay. And Joni kind of looked like a supervillain. She's got the black shirt on, and she's got like the cute little puppy in her arms. She's like, "Yes, I'm bringing the fried meatloaf." Ah, ha, 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 ha. It'd be cool if it was Charlie the squirrel. Like she just, she's got the black hair and the black top.
Like, pop on me, but she's sleeping. She can't stand this cold, apparently.
That's right, Matthew. Fight for a hat trick. So 1, 2, 3 strikes and you're out. You got 3 in the trilogy. You got a hat trick right there. Like 3 is big. I think hockey has 3 has 3 periods. You know, so 3 is always. When I was a kid, I only used, we had.
So Nathan's got to build a trophy and
a trophy shelf. Maybe a trophy shelf for Dane. Maybe.
Well, he has to win. He has to win the 3rd trophy first. You guys are getting way ahead of yourself.
That's what I'm saying. If Dane takes home a 3rd trophy, KitchenKillaz will fund the building of the trophy shelf. I think that's fair.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that's fair. So, however, I like what Jerome said. Jerome's like, bro, fat lady is not singing. I haven't heard no fat lady. I don't think so. If she was bald, she could be Blofeld from Bond or Dr. Evil. Okay. If she was bald, well, what could she be with this long, beautiful, flowing black hair? Bond, Blofeld from Bond or Dr. That's what I was saying with Charlie, little Dr. Evil. That's so funny. That's awesome, dude. Chef Dane, I'm excited, man. Friday's going to be awesome. I'm excited to try the meatloaf with the serranos and the jalapenos. That's going to be next level, dude.
Yep.
That's going to be awesome, man.
Some extra flavor to
That's going to be awesome. I like how Jerome is still fantasizing. He's still putting some things together. You still see the gears. Just click, 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 click. He's like, oh, what about that? Oh, yep. Oh, I didn't think of that. Oop, yep. He's listening to what Joni's saying, listening to what Dane's saying. Like, Jerome's the one you got to watch out for because he
sneak up.
He adapts. He adapts and overcomes. He's like, okay, we're swooping this way. Gotcha, baby. They're excited, too.
Yes,
Luke and Leia, very, very excited. It's probably Tyler. If it's Tyler.
I think Jerome knows what he's making.
If it's Tyler, I'm going to give him a hard
being
time.
very secretive
Keeping it close to the vest.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, let me see what everyone else is doing, what these fools are saying.
Truthfully, I was just going to go straight laced, regular old mama's meatloaf. You know, and then as you guys are talking, I'm like, oh well, I was going to ask, what are the parameters? What is the flavor profiles? What are you guys looking for to judge?
Meat in loaf form.
Yeah,
exactly. And now I understand. So yeah, a meatloaf. Okay, I can make a meatloaf, but now it's like, oh, Now I get to make a meatloaf. So
go crazy
with the beard stroke.
Yes. With the beard stroke.
That was exactly. Light went off. Beard got stroked.
The light went off. The beard got stroked. There was his. Now it's danger, baby, danger. Yeah, that's gonna be a good time. I'm excited for the sides. I'm excited for the malanga is gonna be very good. Yeah, puré de malanga.
Yeah,
Puré de malanga. Yay!
Yes.
I remember.
I am gonna make a side. I have decided to make a side as well.
Nice, dude. What do you know? What side you're gonna go with, or do you? Oh,
I do.
Okay, what you got?
It is going to be cilantro lime rice.
Oh, dude, what a great combination!
Yeah,
I really like. Apparently, some people taste soap. Have you heard this? Some people don't like cilantro. Like they'll eat cilantro and they'll be like, man, that tastes like soap.
Huh?
And I go, soap, 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 like that kind of soap. They're like, yeah. And I go, okay, let me see if I can replicate the issue. As a technician, I want to see if I can duplicate the problem. So I thought maybe it was a mental thing. Maybe if I think it tastes like that, it'll taste like that because it tastes like cilantro to me. So I tried it again, and I'm like, what kind of soap does this taste like? Delicious soap. It's yummy. I would eat. If
the
this
bar
soap,
stuff, not the liquid.
If this soap fell in the rice, I would still eat it because it is delicious.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Oh, come on. Am I the only knucklehead that got a bar of soap put in my mouth as a child?
Oh, no. I know what bar soap tastes like, but cilantro.
And I got liquid, too.
You got liquid soap?
I would take the bar stuff all day over the liquid.
Once.
Yeah, I'll take the bar soap over liquid all day.
I didn't get liquid soap. I got threatened with a couple different things. Like one time I got the belt. I got to have my mouth washed out with soap, or I had to choose between the belt, mouth washed out, or sitting at the bottom of the stairs for an hour. And I was young. I was like 5, and my parents were having a party. And I was like, I'm going to get them. I mean, my parents didn't like to give me the belt either. I think they liked washing my mouth out because I got a smart-ass mouth. But I chose the bottom of the stairs. I was like, I'm going to get them. Yeah, I'll take the bottom of the stairs for an hour. And they were like, okay. And like 3 minutes in, I'm like, this is the longest ever. This is the longest. And there's no clocks. There's no watches. You don't know. It feels like it's been 10 years. I haven't eaten in 3 days. Like, I don't know how long I've been here.
The boredom sets
I've been expelled from school. Like, I've turned 18. I don't know what's going on. I have no concept of time. I'm 5. It was maddening. Just hit me with the damn belt. I should have just gone with the belt. It would have been over. My ass would have hurt. I would have gone outside and played, and I'd have been fine. But but no, I chose to sit at the bottom. I did my parents a favor. They were like, good, that little shit sitting at the bottom of the stairs for an hour. Hell yeah. That's awesome. He's out of here.
He's out of here.
You guys got me. You did. Mama Floyd said, you see, I learned here. She said, you have to know he used to like puppy milk bones. That is true. I would break him in half. I would give a half to the dog, and I would eat a half. And we shared a milk bone together. And my mom ended up talking to the doctor. She was like, hey, by the way, my kid, a little weird. He eats milk bone dog biscuits. And the doctor goes, like just the regular milk bones? And my mom goes, yeah. And he goes, oh, they're actually very healthy. They're really good at a great source of calcium. And my mom goes, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, cool. I tried one. Every now and then I'll still try it. And I go, yep, still tastes like it tasted when I was 5 years old. Like something I probably shouldn't be eating. That's actually what it tasted like. I did get my mouth washed out with soap. They used to threaten me with hot sauce. I don't ever remember getting the hot sauce though. But I think this, as parents, Dane, you may be able to step in on this one. We don't know what's going to motivate our kids. We don't know what's going to get them to do the thing. It's like sometimes you got to take away a phone. Sometimes you take away an internet. Sometimes you take away their quiet time. Sometimes I don't know. So I think my parents are trying to figure it out.
It's either the carrot or the stick, one of the two.
Yeah, they're better for him than cookies. Yeah, I think the doctor said that. They're better than cookies. And I was like, all right, cool. I was just sharing it with Rudy and Sweet Pea. Like I just crack it in half. It was cool. I was about their height. I was tiny. I was 5. I'm like, here you go. We're just eating milk bones together.
Eating cookies together.
It was fantastic. It was delicious. Tyler, you in?
I am in.
My God, man. Oh, there he goes. He popped. There we are.
Mr. Billy.
Gotcha. We're going to put you right here. You are unmuted.
Cool.
That should be it. All these guys have been doing is talking shit about you, Tyler, the whole time.
Naturally.
The entire
time they've been doing is just talking mad smack. So
I would expect nothing less.
I will say this: we've already talked about Tyler because Tyler, by 1 point in taste alone, lost to Chef Dane last year,
making a turkey loaf no less.
Tyler has no respect for the turkey loaf. I will say this: he's going 80-20 this year, Tyler. So he's going 80-20. Jerome is actually, you have to be careful with Jerome because he's learning right now. He's adapting. He's like the T-1000 from Terminator 2. You know, he's like he's adapting. He's learning. He's putting his recipe together. He's gotten some ideas from Joni, and he's gotten some ideas from Chef Dane already. He already had some of his own, but he's inspired.
Yes, he's been inspired
by others. Joni is her meatloaf is going to be fried.
Yes, Joni and I were talking meatloaf secrets last night.
Oh, just chatting a little bit about who's bringing what to the meatloaf field.
Precisely.
The Meatloaf Mayhem mashup. The Battle de Meatloaf.
I wanted to know how to beat everyone, and I started with Joni.
Gotcha.
There's no way to prep for Chef Dane except expect something to be very weird.
Very weird. Okay.
Like the turkey loaf. Very weird choice. Very weird choice. I want to say the only thing that made him win was that bacon jam.
Oh, the bourbon bacon jam.
I will add the small caveat that it was good. The bacon. Yes, I will accept my defeat solely on the grounds of bacon jam.
I will say this: you could find the bourbon bacon jam not only in the cookbook, but I still will die on this hill. It sounds like a TikTok dance. The bourbon bacon jam. Like I definitely think that.
So start it.
No, man, that's not me, baby.
If it isn't, it needs to be started. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll write a little music. Tyler can put a little beat to it. You know, but to create the dance, probably going to be Joni. She's the dancer. She rocks flamenco, and there's a couple different. She's the most balanced of all of us. You know, that's not going to happen. That's why I sit down. You know, It's just I've played a lot of soccer though. I do have pretty good balance, but I'm not a dancer. Nope, but the TikTok dancer, we'll leave it up to Joni. These other three monkeys down here. This guy and the club owner. Then we got Chef Dane, our Ian Malcolm of the group. You know, then we got Tyler, who will not let Dane go about it being a turkey loaf.
I know.
No, look. If Lainey can keep going about using your own damn recipe, I will
2 years.
I will not let you winning over with a turkey loaf go either.
1 point. By taste. So the only recipe we haven't gotten into, Tyler Gerritsen, is yours, sir. The question that pretty much I laid down on the table was: Are you bringing that competitor last year, that 1 point away from championship last year, or are you switching it up? Are you trying something new this year?
I am doing a little bit of both.
Okay.
It is going to be the same meatloaf in the sense that it is presented and made virtually the same. There is one change that I am making that I reserve to hold on to until Friday.
Yeah. We encourage secrets. No problem. There's Jerome wouldn't even tell. He didn't even know what the heck was going on. He's like, yes, it's gonna have meat in it,
and it will be loaf-like.
And it will be loafy.
Just as long as it's not a turkey loaf, I'll be happy.
I'm putting turkey in it now just because.
He's like, I'm doing an 80-10-10. I'm done. That's it. And Joni has three proteins in hers, and one of them is what is it again? It's the spicy what?
Deviled ham.
Deviled ham. Ooh. Deviled ham is one of the 3 proteins that she's going to have in hers, and hers is fried. I mean, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I thought about this earlier today because normally we wouldn't go into recipes because it's supposed to be a secret taste test thing, you know. But we have a really objective crew and a really objective, and everybody wants everybody to win.
Right.
And so I think about like the barbecue events that Dane and I go to. Like we've been to a couple barbecue competitions, and you know who it is. Like the judges don't, but like everybody does. Like you come up, you represent your restaurant, you represent yourself. You know what's going on. You can just see them come up, you know. So it's like. That's no big deal, you know. So I'm thinking, but it's great content too, you know. I like, you know, hearing people talk, and it's like honestly, the taste is going to really do it because it's going to be Jody, Chef Mike, and it's going to be Nathan Druin, you know. And Chef Mike brings a very objective perspective as well. Like he can leave emotion outside, and he can go through the flavor profile. Him being a chef, I feel like he has a established palate as well. And Jody, his wife, has put up with his shenanigans for a long time.
That's a good
I was
one.
going to say cooking, but okay.
She's his cooking for a long time, and she has a really established palate as well. She's a cosmopolitan. She travels the world. I love Jody. Every couple of weeks, she posts from a different place in the world. It's awesome, man. So
Cool.
she's a traveler. She's over here and she's over here, and she's pictures from here, and I'm over in this state here. I'm
That's
up in the mountains over
incredible.
here. I'm like, I like her. That's going to be fantastic. And Nathan Druin, he competed last year. He made the trophy last year. He's making the trophy, from what I understand, again this year. But he is going to take a step into a judging table, which I'm excited, man. Nathan's awesome, and again, very
A
objective.
trophy that I will proudly put on my shelf on my desk.
Damn, man, he's really trying to make sure Chef Dane doesn't get that shelf.
Mean this one right here?
Yeah.
Well, it's a new trophy,
the one that I
so
should
the
have
new
won
entry gets
on
it.
principle alone. What?
What was that? What was that, Jerome? What'd you say?
New trophy, new entry, I win.
Oh man, I like it. I like it. You know, the one you got to watch out for is Joni. She's so quiet right now. Like,
Right.
she's not saying anything. She's just letting these stupid men talk.
Meanwhile, Chef and I are trading words like it's the Mayweather-McGregor fight.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like I'm in the WWF. I'm going to still call it the WWF, whatever WWE.
Yes.
But I feel like
I'm
that's
gonna
what's the-
drop kick your meatloaf on behalf for the entire World Wrestling Federation.
That's pretty good, bro. Little Macho Man Randy Savage. That's not bad, man.
Doing all right.
I think for a Coquito competition we did a couple years ago, everybody had their own entry music. Facebook
We
wound up
did.
blocking a lot of it out, but everybody got to pick their entry music. Like, they came in the front door with the entry. We had the floating camera come in for the Coquito competition. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Let's
They
do that
brought
for
in
the
their belts.
meatloaf.
They brought in the belts.
Yep,
Let's do
Patricia.
it for the meatloaf. Let's have a meatloaf entry.
Oh, you guys pick your song. Pick your entry song. Let me know, and we'll make it happen. How about
Roger
that?
that.
How about that?
I'm
Done
okay with
deal.
that.
We have the floating cameras. We can easily do that. I'll stream it right up in Spotify. Facebook's going to cut it out, so it's only going to work live. You know, but people be able to. We'll break the rules in real time, but after that, just to let you guys know, it's going to be gone. They're going to take it down.
Yep.
It'll
be fine.
You know, can you put a little banner that goes across that says "Input entry music here"?
Input this song. Yes, actually, we can. We do have banners. Here's a banner right here, so it would look something like this.
Yeah.
But we
Hell
could just
yeah.
we could just put up with like what is insert such and such here, whatever it
Yeah,
is. Just go
whatever
to
song
YouTube,
that is.
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you go, and just go ahead
Insert
and
this music
go
here.
ahead and
Start
play this
playing.
song, and then watch the video.
Start playing music now.
Start
be
playing music
hilarious.
right now.
Do it.
I always submit a dispute though. I always do, because they'll put it up for a little while longer. Like if it's definitely not our music, like for this one, I already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to submit a dispute, and you can put other. I'm going to be like, come on, it's Meatloaf. Yes, we don't own any of this. Of course we don't own it. I'm not going to say we own it. I'm not going to say we got rights to it. I'm gonna try to incentivize the people that are reading this
To be like, what is
and go,
going on?
maybe we should let this slide. It is Meatloaf. Everybody loves Meatloaf. Maybe I'm just going to turn a blind eye to this one. We'll let them play Eye to the Tiger.
I think I might have my song picked out now.
I was going to ask, what's your song, Tyler Garrettson?
It's a Meatloaf song.
By the artist
course.
Meatloaf?
Of course.
Maybe all of the songs need to be by Meatloaf.
They're all Meatloaf songs.
Is that what
I
Landon did
mean-
last year? He sang all the songs from Meatloaf.
Oh, dude, it was, and I gotta say this, and I want to say, I'm going to say a little earlier. I saw I had a notification. Let me check and make sure that this is actually what I thought it was. It is. Okay, so one of my friends was supposed to be here. I don't want to say he's a friend, but I met him a while ago at a convention in Boston.
Okay.
Fantastic, and he's. I don't think he's going to be able to make it, which is kind of a bummer. But his name is Meatloaf Jones. Have you heard of Meatloaf Jones?
I have not.
I-
So
not.
Meatloaf Jones, this is so crazy. If you guys don't know, if you don't know where Meatloaf came from, Meatloaf started in Germany, and then it came over to the New England area, and then it really got popularity in Boston, and it made it to a cookbook in 1943. Betty Crocker really kind of put it out there, and then it kind of blew up, you know.
Okay.
And pretty much it were the butchers that were telling everybody that take at the end of the week or the end of the cycle, whatever, take whatever meat you have available and put it into like a little bread tin, and then make it, and that made meatloaf. You know, so that's where this whole thing came from. So
sense.
there is a convention that happens in Boston every year. It's like the International Boston Meatloaf Convention or something like that.
Huh?
And
this is a convention I must go to.
It is incredible. So a couple years ago, I heard about this. This is nuts. A couple years ago, I heard about this guy called Meatloaf Jones, who was from Utah, by the way. I forget. I'll have to look it up.
So you met Meatloaf Jones from Utah in Boston.
In Boston. Bro, how cool is this? Like, I brought a pair of, this is kind of crazy. So they had stuff there. They had like a lot of clothes there. And I brought a pair of socks that I wanted him to sign. But at the convention, they had Meatloaf boxers. They had like boxer briefs with pictures of like sliced meatloaf on it. And it was so stupid. So I didn't have anything for him to sign because you had to pay for a picture, then you had to pay for a signature, and you had to pay for a photo completely separate. You know, and like if you wanted him to sign a picture, and the pictures were really expensive, but I thought a pair of Meatloaf boxers would be awesome to get Meatloaf boxers and have Meatloaf Jones sign them. So I was in Boston. I did go to the International Boston Meatloaf Convention where I met Meatloaf Jones. He won a championship in Utah 3 years in a row. And he started as like he's a little kid. And he was like, he told me the whole story. He was like learning from his grandmother. He made meatloaf and then he made it for the family. And then some other people came for dinner with their family and they had this meatloaf. And then it started to become like a really popular thing. Then as he was growing and growing, more people knew about it. And then it got into a little restaurant. And then he entered it into a competition and got into making meatloaf. And he won like 3 state championships.
All right.
So I say that to say this. He was supposed to be a judge Friday night that we got Nathan because I didn't think he was going to be able to make it. I love Nathan, which I'm really happy, but we will not have Meatloaf Jones. The next best thing is Nathan Druin. Is the big Nate dog. But Meatloaf Jones, but I asked him if I could tell his story. So he is writing me a story. He has a bit of an autobiography that he's writing me that I'm going to read on Friday night.
Wonderful.
But if you guys have some time, literally look it up, Meatloaf Jones. You can go in, I forget what city he's from. I forget what he told me. But you can look up Meatloaf Jones. The International Boston Meatloaf Convention, I think is what it was called. And he won Utah state championships like 3 years in a row. I really wanted him to be here for the meatloaf competition. Like I was
the fact that there's any level of competition for meatloaf is beautiful and inspiring.
There should be. There absolutely 100% should be. You know,
never even heard of it.
Oh man, I'm super excited for Friday. Everybody loves meatloaf. I'm excited for all the different meatloafs. These are 4 totally different meatloafs. Like when people think, "Oh, meatloaf is meatloaf," no, absolutely not.
No.
Robert Duvall will tell you in Days of Thunder, there ain't nothing stock about a stock car. You know, and it's the same exact thing with meatloaf. Like these are 4 different competitors, 4 completely different meatloafs, and I think it's going to be absolutely out of this world. We're going to have Chef Mike, Jody, and Nathan as our judges. We're going to have some delicious sides, which I'm really excited. Jerome's bringing us a side, Joni Rodriguez bringing a side, Chef Dane bringing a side, Chef Michael's going to be there with the ultra whipped martini potato bar. I'm going to get there. I learned a little Spanish tonight, Puré de Malanga. Which I think I got that as well. Overall, I think it was a good show.
Yes.
I think it was a good show. We talked about some delicious stuff. I'm excited for Friday. Friday at 9:05, guys. That's where we're going to be. I do want to put this banner up just because it looks so sexy. Look at this. A pre-Mayhem conversation, ladies and gentlemen. We have Jerome Schrock, Tyler Gerritsen, Chef Dane, Joni Rodriguez with us tonight as we chat about the 2nd annual Meatloaf Mayhem mashup. The 2nd annual Meatloaf Mayhem mashup happening Friday night at 9:05, which is super, super exciting. I'm really excited to have that. I'm excited to see who's going to take home this new trophy. Are we going to get, the question I feel is, are we going to have to get a shelf made for Chef Dane?
That is the question.
That is the question, because this would be 3 trophies.
No.
And if Chef Dane wins this one, KitchenKillaz is going to sponsor.
Yeah.
We're going to sponsor a trophy shelf to be made. For Chef Dane to house his 3 trophies. Now, Chef Dane, you have 3 kick-ass competitors on you, dude. On you. And we still have the silent Joni Rodriguez just sitting back there as a ninja. She hasn't talked smack at all. She's just smiling into the camera. She's dangerous. She's dangerous. You all got to watch out for her. And she's frying her meatloaf. Get out right now. That's crazy. Tyler Gerritsen bringing Tyler Gerritsen bringing tried and true, the little twist. Jerome is learning. He's a learning, thinking machine.
Yes.
He's a new computer.
Don't count the learning man out. That's all I got to say.
That's right. Don't count the learning man out. And everybody is trying to stop Chef Dane from getting that 3rd trophy, which would then get him a trophy shelf.
Yep.
A fantastic trophy shelf.
He will get a trophy shelf.
That is awesome. Guys, hang with me for a second. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. We got Chef Dane, Joni, Tyler, and the Wrangler. Capital T-H-E, capital W, small Wrangler. my man Jerome Schrock. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining us. That's super cool. I like them.
Yep.
Friday's going to be killer. That's going to be crazy. I'm excited for the entry music. That's new. We just came up with the entry music. I'm glad. We did it for a Coquito competition a couple years ago, and I think it would be great. Now, granted, it's only going to play live because Facebook might boop, boop.
Yep.
Bop that right out. But so be here Friday night at 9:05 to hear the intro music for all of our competitors. Chef Dane, Tyler Garrettson, the Wrangler, and Junior Rodriguez bringing some fantastic recipes on Friday night. Some really, really good meatloaf. Yes. We got Chef Michael O'Brien showing up with a delicious ultra whipped martini potato bar.
Yes.
Yeah. Sweet Baby Ray. Some really, really good stuff happening on Friday night. Be sure you guys check it out. Wednesday night at 7:05 is a Patreon show. Actually, 7:35 on Wednesday is a Patreon show. Thursday, TikTok is back. We were offline for 12 whole hours. Calm down, everyone. It was all a media stunt. It was amazing. And we're back.
Stop.
So TikTok is 7:30 on Thursday night, and then Friday night at 9:05 we'll be right here with some incredible competitors, some fantastic meatloaf, some delicious sides, some good food, some good fun, and hopefully some good music. Michelle, anything final for the people that you would like to share with everybody?
No, I'm excited for all of the delicious food going into my belly.
All the delicious food. Sweet. I'm going to put this up one more time just because it looks really good. And these are just fantastically dapper and beautiful people. Jerome Schrock, Tyler Garrettson, Chef Dane, and Joni Rodriguez joining us tonight on the show. A huge shout out to Michelle Hussery, my co-host. Really appreciate you guys showing up and sharing a little bit of time with us. We'll see you Friday night at 9:05.
Friday night at 9:05.
Friday night at 9:05. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm going to say that all year long, by the way. Happy New Year, everybody. It's going to be like October 14th. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year.